idea. I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Is everything ready?
You brought fewer people than I imagined.
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
क्या हो गया? कुछ लड़ाई करना है इसका।
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
तेरे हाथ तो कांप रहे सर के पर।
Why are your hands shaking?
मेरे हाथ भी कांप रहे भूकंप
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
अरे डंडरा और पुलिस पे आ गए।
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. It may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The dendro archon. The present one.
Hey, look around you. It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures.
Praise the Scarlet King!
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say.
What are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Sir Rahman.
Huh? Me?
नहीं।
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
क्या करना मुझे एक्सप्लोर करना चलो एक्सप्लोर करते हैं।
Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
Oh, now that's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
4 बजने वाले हैं, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ?
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
सही गेंशिन ही खेल रहा हूँ मैं। ये नहीं है ये गेंशिन।
What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
इसको बैठा हूँ।
Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
वही मतलब नाहिदा है अभी.
But there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The Scarlet King's death. The all but total annihilation of our civilization. It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor. Who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. My Aramites and I. What are we even fighting for?
तो पोपट हो गया तुम्हारा बेसिकली. तुम्हें लगा कि तुम ये डेंड्रो आर्कन तुम्हारे दुश्मन है, पर तो असली में तुम्हारे दोस्त हैं.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever. Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side.
Sino, we're leaving!
इसका कपड़ा इसका ऐसे नहीं दिख रहा था साइनो.
Stop yelling.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders.
Be my guest.
The Sages are trying to create a new god Iron.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know? When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
That's above. You're not talking about work, are you?
I want to say everything I know without offering.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipate.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out.
तो गैस लगता है कि हमारी मीट रिक्वेस्ट खत्म हो गया तो हम मिलेंगे नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में साइनो इधर देख ले यार कहाँ देख रहा है सामने देख ले हाँ तो हम मिलेंगे भाई नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में या नेक्स्ट वीडियो में अगर वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगे तो लाइक कर दे चैनल तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना तब तक के लिए जाओ मजे करो